So today we're going to be playing a Nature's Gift deck. It's more Symbiosis heavy than the other ones I've been playing. So let's take a look at this and see what we've got. We're running Nature's Gift. Like I said, we have the Tactical Advantage. I like Tactical Advantage over Crystal Skull. The only reason here is just because if you're going to be putting it on something, a lot of times it's going to be Elven Seer, or it's going to be Dolbathana Whisperer. Not Whisperer, sorry, the Sorceress. Crystal Skull is a little bit better on Sorceress, but if they have a lock, they usually don't have that many locks. There's enough things that if they lock that, it's okay. And if you're going to be playing your Elven Seer, you don't want to give it Veil because you get a lot of status effects from your orbs and such. So let's look at the rest of the deck. We have Ethne Young Queen. She's going to evolve into Ethne Wrath of Broccolon because we're playing Devotion. So around 3 we have that, and we have 3 Symbiosis plus 1 from our leader. All of our natures are giving us plus 4 points. If they don't start answering them, they probably will kill 1 or 2 of the Young Dryads, but we'll still get plenty of value out of that. We have the one Simloss. Simloss pulls out double orb most of the time. You want to go for that. You can set up orbs in your graveyard that you can create, or you can set up orbs in your graveyard from something else. Pull Simloss, pull say 2 of your Temperings or 2 of your other cards, and then trigger all the orbs. It's a huge amount of points, and it's a really big swing. That's how you catch people off guard. The Forest Protector, we play our natures. We're playing a fair amount. It's pretty solid. Definitely a good card. Call the Forest, still at 10 provisions. We play anything from our deck and boost it by 1, name our units. I kind of wish this either got the +2 boost or back I used to have, or went to 9 provisions or something. It seems pretty bad at 10, but whatever. It's a nature, it helps out. We've got Shaping Nature, it's our Echo card. We play this, we get +8. Against Syndicate, you can actually go for the +6 in Veil if you want, especially if they have a Witchfinder out. Maybe that'll block some damage, although it's probably not the best choice. Still, you can do that, and the +5 and 5 Vitality is really good on a longer round because you get a couple more points. The one Isengrim's Council, this is going to pull out most of the time your Herald Gourd for your finisher, but it can also pull out anything else you need. You can also wait if you don't have your Ethne Young Queen and you do have your Herald Gourd, you can pull her out as a Dryad. It's really good in the deck. We have the Fob to search through all of our natures and pull out the one we need. Definitely a card you want to include, that's for sure. Pretty sure everyone knows that. The one Dunka. Dunka is really nice because she boosts stuff in your hand. She's the other reason we're playing Tactical Advantage over Crystal Skull. She already has Veil, so we don't need it. Put the +5 on her, and that's pretty nice. And then she'll start boosting stuff in your hand. We have the Herald Gourd for our finisher. The 2 Orbs of Insight, like we mentioned. Definitely want to be playing these on Elven Seers if at all possible. 2 Nature's Rebukes. You can go for Simloss, it's double Rebuke. That's very strong if you need to remove things. Say against Syndicate, they play Cleaver, summon a couple of Cleaver's Muscles, and then they play their Tunnel Drill. And then you can go for your Simloss into 2 Nature's Rebukes, kill the Cleaver before it gets boosted up with its Intimidate, and kill the Tunnel Drill. And that should eliminate most of their threat and coin spenders, because that's 2 spenders they had in their hand, and that's pretty good, and that can help you finish Syndicate. Also gives you access to killing a 10, so say against a Keltelius deck or something, they play the Keltelius, you go, oh, I have 2 Nature's Rebukes now, and it's dead. So, double Rebuke's really strong. We have the Hamadryad here. Hamadryad's for the leader ability, really good. And then we have Sorceress Dolbathana. You want to protect your Sorceress. Sorceress is good. It's kind of hard to protect. The only way you really have is either boosting in hand with Dunka, boosting in hand with... we skipped over... We'll come back here for a second. With the Dolbathana Whisperesses, with the 2 Elven Seers we mentioned. The Sorceress you can protect with your leader charge, like I was saying. You can protect with the leader charge if they have a 4 damage removal card. So, say against monsters, they only have Parasite and Natural Selection. So if you boost it to a 5 with one of the Vitality charges, Natural Selection can't kill anymore. That's pretty good. The Elven Seer, you want to hit something with this. You can protect it the same way if you want to. 1 Dolbathana Whisper, you could run 2. I like 1. It's too matchup dependent for me. Things with 3 damage just completely destroy this. So Syndicate Dip in the Pontar is such an efficient answer to this. Stuff like that. You just... At 3, there's too many answers that I really don't like running 2. And we want to keep our unit count fairly low, so we have nature cards and specials anyway for Herald Gourd. The 2 Dryad's Caress, 2 Temperings, you could swap these around if you want. You could run any of the other nature cards. So, the one really that you might want to consider here is there is, I'm not wearing Thoughts or playing Devotion, but you could play Circle of Life. Circle of Life is 3 damage, it boosts something in your hand by 2. This helps set up things for protection, so you can do 3 damage and boost something in your hand by 2. Say to boost your Dolbathana Sorceress or your Elven Seer or Whisper, it protects something when you play it. So it is quite good. The reason we're not playing it is because I wanted to go back here and I want to try out for Nixit. The reason why is we're already running Devotion. We're running Devotion, and we're playing a lot into the Symbiosis. And he gives us protection in our hand for a Dryad, and plays the Young Dryad in the row. So we have the Young Dryad for a Symbiosis activator, and then we have +2 on a Dryad. Look at the Dryads we're playing. It protects Dunka, which is really nice. You can protect Dunka if you're not going first, and they have a you're not going first, you can't boost your Dunka, and they have 5 damage removal, just kills her. You can play Phoenixit first, boost up Dunka, and she's much more likely to survive a turn or two. So that's what I wanted to try out. Originally I was running a different version of this deck with a couple more locks and then the Circle Life. I want to try out Phoenixit, so that's what we're doing today, and we're going to see how it plays out. We found a game here. Let's see what we're going up against. Hopefully nothing too removal heavy, although we should be able to handle... Okay, there's a line pockets. Like I was saying, we should be able to handle a bit of removal, say from like a mid-range-ish deck. But this is going to have a lot of removal in Syndicate, so we're going to have to be careful here. This might be a little bit difficult. Line pockets is also one of the best decks, so you gotta keep that in mind. We have both orbs. Normally I'd put these both back, but we only have the one access to our deck right now via Call to Forest. We could pull our, what's his name, our Simloss with that, and then put both orbs back into our deck. But here I want to put back the other cards that boost, since I'm kind of expecting none of our units to live here. I'm guessing this is going to get juniored immediately, but we have to go for it anyway. If it doesn't get juniored, then we actually have a good setup. I expect us to lose on even round 1 in this matchup just because there's so much control coming in at us. So we'll probably go down to like 7 and then go for a 10 card round 3 and maybe make up that advantage or that disadvantage. But if he has any of his good removals, it's going to be rough. Okay, no junior. We got a chance then. So if junior comes down and answers this, it pretty much guarantees we lose on even. We want an orb here. Perfect, we get the orb. And then we'll get the Elven Seer's ability. That should be pretty good here. That's a good start actually. We might have a good chance this time. This is a fairly difficult matchup if they have the junior to answer your first card with the boost. Otherwise, it's doable, but it's pretty hard because they can push you on even very efficiently. I imagine like you can go Sculptor into Novigrad Injustice, then play the Bloody Good Friends, and then start pinging down all of our boosts and spend his coins that way. So he has a lot of... Sometimes the Bloody Good Friends isn't a good coin spender. In this case, it is actually pretty good. Because sometimes they don't have boosted units, and there's nothing really you can do with it. In this case, we do have stuff. There's Furkle the Sculptor. You might even do what I just said. He is going to do what I just said. Novigrad Injustice into the Bloody Good Friends, into spending some coins. Now, we have the Phoenixit to set up a boost on one of our units, but with only the Bloody Good Friends. If he spends his coins here, he can't kill another one of our engines with a bounty card. The only thing we have to be careful is we're going to do this, but if he has Professor, he can hit down the boosts with the Bloody Good Friends, then land Professor. But then we've exhausted his Professor and his Novigrad Injustice and his Furkle the Sculptor in exchange just for some bronzes. And if we go to a round 3 or round 2 on even, which is what I still kind of expect here if he's committing Justice, he also has Tunnel Drill as an option. But Tunnel Drill won't have very many coins, so I don't think that's going to be the case. I would expect something like Professor here instead, or maybe Junior, although I think he would have juniored this Sorceress earlier. It's to 12 now. We like the art in this card, by the way. I like the fish. Very interesting. So let's see what he does. There's the Professor. He has Confession Extractor, so only 1 damage. But he's wasting some... Not wasting, he's spending some very high provision cards here. And we could keep going down. Let's see. We'll go with some bronzes. We could set up orbs. If for potential carryover, that'd be nice. He doesn't have a damage spender yet. I think with the way he's spending his coins on Bloody Good Friends, he doesn't want to commit Tunnel Drill here. That he doesn't have it. So we could play out our Elven Seer and then hopefully get a boost on her with an orb. I think we'll do that. Hopefully we can get some carryover from the orbs. Since we're already considering we're probably going to lose on even, getting a bit of carryover is good here. He'll probably keep pushing here thinking that we're trying to win the round. So we have these 2 orbs in our graveyard. We created these earlier. I think we play 1 more orb, then we have all that carryover would be nice. Or we go for Shaping Nature. But the orb would proc our other orbs here, because we have the Create. If we play on Elven Seer, our counters tick down to lower, and then we get another one, and we'll activate all of our orbs in our graveyard. Kind of think we need them for carryover here. Hysteria will kill off our Elven Seer. That's it. We're going to pass here. So we had the potential to win the round with those orbs. We'd have a couple carryover from the ones we created, but then they'd all get chained together. I think I do want to set up the carryover anyway, because we'll go down to 5 and pass. Now everything's at 1. So if he didn't kill our Elven Seer, we had a chance to stay in this round and potentially win it. But since he did kill it, we're going to go for the pass here. We'll go for setting up our orbs with 1 counter left, though, first. I like having that carryover. I don't think we're going to mulligan both of the orbs back into our deck and then have Simloss play them out. I think we're going to have to use Simloss maybe on these double rebukes. That might be a good play. Yeah, I think having double rebuke would be pretty good. Or we can go for something else like tempering. If we already have the orbs in our hand, then we can set up a bit more carryover. I think we will. And we'll pass on 5 so that he doesn't have the option to dry pass round 2 and get a card advantage round 3. But I think here he's committed a lot of provisions and we haven't really, so that's not too bad. I'm guessing he's going to set up some kind of bank. Yeah, he's going to set up another Confession Extractor. Okay, he didn't need to spend that many coins. I guess he's thinking that he needs to force us out of the round, but we were already leaving it, so that's not too bad. So this round 2 here then, we have a whole bunch of setup from our orbs in our discard pile, but we definitely want to have a couple of units first. We're not boosting the same thing for a Graydon potentially to kill it. Double-Thana Whisper is really nice if he's not running Dip in the Pontar. He already played Hysteria. Hysteria doesn't get the bounty value on this, but it's still an efficient answer. And Dip the Pontar, though, that's the big answer we don't want to get hit by here. I think it's not too bad. We have some units. We'll probably have to play our Ethne out this round if he starts pushing. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. But we have access to our Iserup's Council via FOV. We have access to Simloss via the Call of the Forest. And we have an orb in our hand. We're not too bad here. If he can't kill our Whisper... Okay, there's Cleaver. We need to go for the double Rebuke Simloss, I think, then. But we can't do it until he plays Tunnel Drill. Because we can't kill Tunnel... If we kill Tunnel Drill, we're good. If we can't kill Tunnel Drill, I think we lose the round. So I need him to play Tunnel Drill. How do we get him to play Tunnel Drill? I think we play Phoenixant here. I want to boost something in my hand, and then we play Double-Thana Whisper. At that point, I'm sure he'll have bountied our Phoenixant, and then our Double-Thana Whisper will be a very, very tempting target for a Tunnel Drill. As in, he'll have to Tunnel Drill if he doesn't have Dip in the Pontar over Hysteria. Let's boost this FOV, because I know I'm playing her this round. If we're not... Well, I don't know we're going to play her, but I know we're going to play her before... So let's rephrase that. I know we're going to play her before our Ethne would transform. There's a chance we don't play Ethne this round, in which case she transforms, we lose the boost, so it's much better on FOV. Probably will have to play our Ethne, but I'd like to have the option not to. Or at least not to waste the boost if we are not going to. There's Witchfinder, so he's in a bounty here. Tunnel Drill has to be his next play. So I want him... I want to play something that makes him Tunnel Drill, right? If we don't do anything, he can set up a coin bank and then blast through all of our cards. I think instead we'll set up the... We could set up Whisperer, or we could set up... Any of our special cards bring back the orbs. I don't want to do that until Ethne's out, because I want those different bodies for them to be spread on. So we'll play this here. This basically guarantees he will play Tunnel Drill. When he plays Tunnel Drill, he'll have to spend some... I guess not leader charges. He'll have to spend the coins out. He'll kill our Phoenixant. It's not an efficient kill, because he's at 4. So that's nice. And then he'll kill our Whisper, and maybe our Young Dryad. Then we go into our double Rebuke off Simloss, and then we will get some orbs on the Treants, the Force little Treants. And this should be a huge swing here. We're basically here trying to bait him into this. And then we will go for getting back our cards. And look how many points this is going to be. It's going to be a lot. I guess we're going to go down to 0 here. No, he left our Young Dryad. That was a little bit unfortunate for him. Good for us. I guess he wanted Witchfinder value on it. So Symbiosis into double rebuke will be the play here. Just thinking about how many points it will be. Let's go here. Let's play out Symbiosis. We're at 1 point here. Okay, there's a tree ant. We play Symbiosis. We have rebuke. There it is. We have a force protector. So we get the boost. The orb will go here. And the rebuke will go here. And then we have another rebuke. That should get us just ahead of them when this other orb comes out. And we have another one. Where we created one earlier. And now we're ahead. And now he should be in a really bad spot. His bounty's going to be really weak versus our cards. That was a huge swing. His bounty's going to be bad versus our cards. Because our base power is really low. And now he's kind of stuck here. He committed Cleaver. He committed Witchfinder. He committed Tunnel Drill. Round 1 he committed Novigradian Justice and Professor. So what's left? He has Freak Show. That's a fine spender, but I don't care too much as long as he's not getting extra value off bounties. And we just have another orb we can throw out next turn. So this is a really good setup now. We might even get to save our Ethne. Although his potential with him having committed so many gold cards, he just bleeds us down all the way to 0 or something like that. We could go for Veil. The Veil might not be too bad. If he plays a damage spender, I won't. Like if he plays Freak Show, we won't do it. Or Bloody Good Friends. If he has, say, Witchfinder Executioner or Scoundrel, we might. Because they'll stop the Witchfinder, Witch Hunter Executioner, I think is, yeah, Witch Hunter Executioner or Scoundrel. Because if we have the Veil on our Tallest unit, and he can't damage that Tallest unit, it'll keep absorbing all of the things from, okay. I guess he wanted to get a couple points there. We could boost that up. He has Graydon potentially still. I think I want to orb Symbiosis. Because if he has a Graydon, I want the Graydon gone so he doesn't hit something bigger. And then this will make him want to Graydon this, right? Because he'll deny extra value. But I think if he has a Graydon, he'll play it here on our Symbiosis, trying to push. Or he'll pass. If he passes, we set up carryover, so that's good too. But yeah, this was key. We wanted to get him this round into that scenario where we can go for our double rebuke, bring back our orbs, and then suddenly get ahead in points uneven. And I don't think he saw it coming. We had to make sure we got his Tunnel Drill out first. That was key. Because Tunnel Drill and Cleaver are two of the big spenders they have in their deck. And if they're gone, potentially we have a much better chance to win the game. And we had to get them both out for the rebukes. It was a good plan, actually. So there's Graydon. Kind of expected that to come down here. And we're not too bad here. We could go for our Shaping Nature here. I think we will. We could go for 8 or Vitality. Let's pick Vitality. It potentially gives us one more point here if he keeps going. And I don't think we're going to lose out on anything by having one less point next turn. So we should be okay. Like I said, I think we're going to either be forced to play Fauve or Ethne if he keeps bleeding. I think he wants to keep bleeding because he's committed very heavily at this point. See what's in our deck. Still have we though. We've played a lot of our big cards. We still have Force Protector. Isengrim's Council is black for some reason, and we have Dunka. Duncan's not super good in a short round. It's not really not bad though. Veil is nice to have against these bounty decks. Okay, there's Freak Show, so we're gonna, I guess he's gonna get an extra 1 point back here. We'll take a couple more damage. I wouldn't be surprised here if we still have a good chance. I think it might be time for Ethne, so we get points off of our Fauve, especially if he spends any more leader charges. Let's see if he does. I think we'll go for Fauve then if he doesn't spend any of his leader charges. We could remove that. I want to go for Isengrim's Council, though we already have Herald Gorge. We don't need him later. This is a riskier play, the Sorceress. Let's go for Hamadryad and just put leader charges on it. Or at least 1 leader charge. Because we're already holding Gord, I don't need to save Isengrim's Council. And this way, hopefully it gives us enough points that we can keep our Ethne here. We absolutely cannot commit our Gord. We need that round 3. I think will be our win condition as almost all the time with this deck. But in a short round 3 where he's committed his Cleaver and stuff already, and that's his last big spender for bounty damage here. He's played Tunnel Drill and Freak Show. The only one left he might have is a Witch Hunter Executioner, but he's played his Graydon. So I think hopefully this will get us to the next round. I don't think he will want to commit anymore. It has to be a fairly big card for him to have a chance at winning, that is. You could bleed with something small. Yeah, get some coin carryover with Swindle. Wants to carry over 4 coins? Oh, he's just going to spend them. That's fine. We'll just play our Ethne here. And I think we'll throw out our last leader charge to guarantee we don't lose this Gord here. If he has Sigi, that's the one thing. He might have Sigi. I don't think most people play Sigi. I play Sigi, but I think most people don't. But if he does have a Sigi, we'll need this vitality point to get out of range, I think. Because it's 4 plus 8 coins, that's at least 8 damage, that's 12, 2 leader charges. I guess if he has Sigi, he still can do it here, but anything else we should be safe from. Should have, yeah. Sigi, I guess, still would have gotten him into the next. Well, Sigi still would have forced out our Herald Gord. Let's just put it that way. But I don't think he's playing it. He's playing Professor. I think you have to cut Professor for Sigi most of the time if you're running him. Or a Junior. He hasn't played Junior either. I don't want this. That's a hand I like. I want things that are units, just because if he kills stuff, we can't target with Shaping Nature. And I don't want to play Herald Gord too early. We don't have Last Sight, but if he has 2 turns after Gord, potentially he has 2 poisons. Some of these bounty decks are running poison. So we'll go for Dunker here, it'll boost something in our hand, and then hopefully it lives for a Shaping Nature target. The Veil is not too bad either. If he kills this, we have Nature's... Well, if he kills this, we have our Nature cards off of Forest Protector, which will be pretty nice. We can go for Rebuke. I think Rebuke's the only one, actually. I don't think we drew into a Tempering or a Dryad's Caress at any point this game. Caress isn't bad, though, because it removes Bounty. Although we already have Veil on her, so it's not too bad. Of course, Blacksmith, or I think that's his only coin spender. He might have a Junior as a coin spender, but we're going to kill this. I think with this gone, he's in a really bad spot. And then we have this coming back. Very nice. So yeah, I think we're good here. I think when we did our round 2 double Rebuke turn, we really caught him off guard, because normally people go for double Orb, like almost exclusively double Orb. But then we went for the double Rebuke, and we removed 2 spenders at once, and then we went ahead, and from there I think he was kind of lost with what to do. Here comes Kurt. He already has Graydon. He could Junior this. I just want to deny as much coin value as possible in case he has a Tide Cloak, what's his name, Sea Jackal or something in his hand. So I think his Graydon's gone. Going tall, he's going to be playing Devotion, right? He probably has a Junior. So I think we just boost this with Shaping Nature, our big card. I'm not afraid of tall removal here, just because he's already played his Graydon, and I think he's playing Devotion, so no Heat Wave. This way he can't kill it with a Junior, and we deny some coin value. I think that's what we want to do. Although if we were thinking it was going to be a Junior, we should have used our Dunko order. But we're hedging against it a little bit, just in case it's not. I think we're going to win here no matter what, unless... I don't think he has a way to win, unless it's Renew Graydon. Renew Graydon might give him a chance, but no, it won't, because Gord's too big. We've got this, but just want to play around Junior if possible. Alright, what's it going to be? Witch Hunter Executioner. Is he going to damage us down to 9 and kill a Junior? It's going to get right down to it. Alright. I think his last card's Junior, and then I think we win. So let's just get rid of that. And play our Gord. That should be a GG coming in from him here. I'm guessing this is a Junior. And if it is, and it is a Junior, that'll be GG. He can spend his coins to remove 1 point from our Treant, but that's not close enough. Okay, let's get into a game 2 here then. Hopefully not against Lion Pockets. That last game took quite a bit. This time though, let's see what it is. Arachas Swarm, interesting. I expect this to be the no unit variety. That's what I encounter the most. So they end with Frightener, and then they use a few leader charges to play Glusty Warp to activate Frightener, and as a finisher, it's decent. It's good versus stuff with a lot of control, like Syndicate, or a heavy control deck. I'm not sure what else there would be. Maybe Warriors, playing Warriors, Skellige with a lot of control. Or against Madoc with Scoia tael. Against that kind of stuff, it's really good. For our hand here, this is really good. We have the Dolbathana Sorceress into the Elven Seer. There's no way he can kill this without like a Heat Wave or something, so it's pretty safe. He could damage it, but we have Dryad's Caress to boost it again, so it's not too big a concern. I just have to throw out the Tainted Ale. Alright, that's a big commitment by him. He must really want to win this round. Elven Seer, let's see if we can get a Orb of Insight here. And there it is. That's really nice. We got 2 extra orbs here. Or 1 extra orb off of that. And we didn't use either orb in our deck yet, so we have potentially more carryover. Let's see, what are we going to do next? We have access to probably Hamadryad. Hamadryad sets up another engine, and then we can put our leader charge on it. I like that option. He could Parasite it, but outside of Parasite, it should be safe from his removal. And I don't know if he wants to commit Parasite yet. Parasite's really convenient for removing bigger stuff later on. Up to 27. We have to remember he does have plenty of points out already. The Thunderbolt offering something uninteractable. Okay, Manticore Venom, sure. That does quite a bit of damage, gives him a guy. We can just play our Dryad's Caress if we want. We lose 1 of our turns. That's not too bad though, because we get 3 more, and we won't even get too tall. So that's pretty good. What do we have here? 1 turn and 2 on this. So the next special will deploy both of our orbs, Endrega Eggs. He must have an Endrega Warrior in his hand. I don't think he's playing Relics, or not Relics, I don't think he's playing the Crones, because I don't see them outside of Relics, really. So I think it's going to be a Brewess. Most likely it's the Endrega Warrior. Let's see, we still have access to both of our orbs. We could pull Shaping Nature out. That gets its Echo with Fauve. I like that. These other cards are all very key to our deck. So we'll do that, and this will activate both our orbs. I don't want to play any more cards here, so we'll just do this and activate the orbs from our discard pile. Get as many points as possible, and he should leave. There's no way for him to really win this round with some kind of crazy, without an overcommitment here. And then we have a really strong hand for round 2 push, then save something, save like Gourd and a couple orbs in our discard pile off Simloss for round 3. It's pretty good. I'm surprised he hasn't left the round already. That's not the card you want here. You have Endrega Warrior in your hand, sure, but that's nowhere near enough points. I'm going to pass. This is such an overcommitment from him. He's going to play Endrega Warrior and consume both of those, I'm sure. That's why I put them next to each other. But that gives him an extra 7 points, plus 1 because it's an Insectoid, 8 points. And then 4 off it, so it was 27, and then we have 6 as 33. Yeah, there's nowhere near enough. He needs like another 15 or 16 point card after that. Alright, there's the Warrior. We knew he had that. And yeah, there's Archaspore and the Insectoids. Man, there's the Tainted Ale. So yeah, he still needs our 16 point card. Oh, he needs 17 points. 16 just gives him a draw. All the leader charges? Come on, throw it out. There we go. Every leader charge gone. Glustywerp. There's Glustywerp gone. He lost his finisher. Although this could mean he's playing Yennefer. It could mean he's actually playing Yennefer to swarm with round 3. I'm not sure about it though. We'll see. He might... They don't usually play Yennefer, from what I've seen, with the Glustywerp version. Because it kind of conflicts, right? You boost everything with... Either consume it with Glustywerp or you boost it with Yennefer. Both transfer your... Or both are payoffs for your big cards. You might be playing both, because you could do it in different rounds. His hand's pretty good. I'm guessing he passes. Any kind of push here would be kind of nuts, honestly. Although, that last round he went a little nuts. Simloss. Still Simloss here. He has 2 orbs he could pull. I guess we can save those for round 3 if he's just going to pass. We'll throw out the Hamadryad. Sure. And we have Ethne. Now, we might over-swarm our own rolls here with the little forest guys, the tree ants we make. But it shouldn't be too bad. It's not like we have to Dolbathana Whisper to go crazy. I don't want to draw the orbs. I want the orbs in my... Oh, this Whisper. Let's put this orb back. I think he has removal left, so I think the Whisperer will die. If not, we probably have enough special cards that this is really good. We just have to be careful not to make too many units. I'm trying to think here if he is playing Yennefer. Why else would he commit his Lusty Work? We'll do this. Boost her, so she doesn't die to Parasite. That's pretty good. I'm gonna try out this for Nixon here. Let's see how he does. Okay, he's gonna spawn a couple guys. There's some more control. With this much control, I'm not sure he's playing Yennefer. I don't think he is. See, Predatory Dive's not good. I'm expecting he has that. It's not too good here because it just kills one of our 2-point guys. We have these 3 are our units in our deck: Dunka, Elven Seer, and Francesca. Or not Francesca, the Dolbothana Sorceress. Sorceress here, yeah. Francesca's just not. It just doesn't work. Like, she almost never goes off. It's really cool when she does, though. So this Council will probably pull us that. There's Thunderbolt. So I think. So Simloss into Orb while we have Whisperer out is going to be nuts, like absolutely crazy. But we threaten to fill our own rows up, so I think we want to save most of our special cards till after we do that, because we can throw down Tempering and stuff afterwards. Sorceress here I think will be fine. He doesn't seem like he has Parasite in hand.
I could drown.
Well, if he has Parasite in hand, it'll land here. I mean, I didn't think he had it earlier, round 1. He might have saved it, but I think you had it, you use it on something there. Our Thunderbolt goes out. What else do we have? Anything at all? Okay, there's Karen. Sure. He's gonna consume them. Yeah, I don't think he plays Yennefer's eating everything, so we should be good here. These shouldn't all get blasted. Oh, an Orb again. Sure, why not? Alright, they should be up. When we Simloss, this is gonna be absolutely crazy. I think we might even fill our entire row up. There's Frightener. We'll pull out our Elven Seer here. And we can hit that with the target of one of our orbs. We'll protect it up. He has to kill, I think we'll protect things here. There's no reason to wait. Here's Parasite, he parasites this. Otherwise, we've boosted it out of range of Alzur's Thunder or something, in case he hasn't. So he's going to Parasite it. Okay, he didn't Parasite it. It's kind of weird. Maybe he wants us to fill our rows up. I think if we... Although, he hasn't... He's playing a very control-heavy version of this deck. Alright, let's look at this. This is going to be crazy. Simloss, Orb. Alright, we're... There's points. Points. More points. Don't want to hit the Veil card. More. Look at this. We're getting a... Dude, every single time. More orbs. More orbs. Oh, it's so many points. We filled our rows up, but it's okay because I don't think he can beat it. And he's going to have more control. Like, he hasn't played any of his Predatory Dives yet. I'm sure he's a Predatory Dive somewhere. And then maybe still as Yennefer. He does. He'll do it offensively. We can play units. If he has any other control cards, he'll probably kill something. Might be playing Heatwave. But that was a lot of points right there. Will be crazy. And it sure was. Let's see what he does. He might be playing Forktails. Forktail would be really good. Thinking about this. This version is kind of interesting. Ownermancy. What's it going to be? There's going to be a Forktail. This makes sense with the no-unit version, right? Jotun. Jotun's going to be huge for him here, that's for sure. We can play this for the Vitality one. Or the 8. I think the Vitality would have been worth another point or 2. Yeah, probably should have done that, but I don't think it matters here, so we're just kind of fast playing. I don't think there's anything he can do anymore. There's Jotun. Sure, it'll be like 30 something, right? 33. We're still up by 30 throughout this Tempering. Let's leave stuff at 1 in case he has another Forktail. We can play our units. If he has Yennefer offensively, we can play our units. Probably has one or the other. Predatory Dive, that's fine. We expected him to have that. That's really nice. And we go for our guy here, plus 21. And there's really no way he does this. Even Yennefer is only like 30 or 40 point swing, right? No, he is actually playing Yennefer. Okay, didn't expect that. It will trigger his Frightener, so we'll get fairly close, but he's still down by 19, and we have this Forest Protector. And that will certainly be GG. And there it is. Let's find another game here then. Wonder what we'll be going up against this time. Hopefully not too much removal again. Looks like it's going... Oh, it can be Precision Strike Scoia tael. This is going to be rather difficult.
How can I help?
They have a lot of control. If it's the Madak version, it's going to be really hard. It's one of the less good matchups. Still winnable. Let's see. Those back. They're not going to be very helpful here. Elven Seer, 2 Hamadryads, and our Double Thunder Whisper. That's 4 engines. Maybe one of them will stick. Hopefully they do. So he's probably going to play his Dunka here, I'd guess. Yeah, there it is. We can't kill Dunka. We only have the one Nature's Rebuke. But then if we play our Force Vector, we could kill it. So I think we'll go for that. Damage it here. And we don't want to play any of our engines too early. I think he will kill them. So if he boosts this, we won't be able to kill it anymore. Yeah, he's going to boost it. That's okay. So we're going to have to deal with that living now. We can go for one of our engines. I think Hamadrya is the one we want to play first.
'Tis my tree.
He could use Leader Charges and Nature's Rebuke to kill this. That's not too bad. Yeah, he's definitely playing Nature's Rebuke then. But we have 2 more cards that we want to live. So I think we'll play our next Hamadryad here. He's either going to have to Force Protect... It's unlikely he has Force Protector and 2 Nature's Rebukes in his hand. So I think our Elven Seer gets to live here then, and we can play our Orb on it. That's really what we're going for. Okay, so he's going to have the other Nature Rebuke in his hand. He probably doesn't also have Forest Protector.
War will be our downfall.
Let's boost this up out of range of bombs. He's probably playing some sort of Badak in here. That's more common. Now I can't get killed by a bomb without using his last leader charge. Okay, he did have the Forest Protector. So that's going to be it for this round. If he's not playing Madak, we can throw his Whisperer down. There's almost no way he has the answer to this without also using his leader charge. He might have Circle of Life, but I really doubt it. There's Elven Seer. Okay. He's going to get rid of leader charges? Nope, just use Dunka's order. Yeah, we're done here. This is the issue with a lot of removal. If they have a lot of removal, you can end up in this situation where they just kill everything. But on the plus side, he used his Nature's Rebuke or his Force Protector already. It's a pretty big card. See what we have here. 2 Tempering's not really what I want to draw. We don't have Simloss. We could get to Simloss. We have no carryover from Orbs. Put back the Orb just in case we can call the Force into Simloss. I think that's what we want to go for. Elven Scribe.
Yes, that would fit perfectly.
Looks like he's going to be doing something here. Let's play this out. Hopefully it lives. I'm guessing he hasn't played Madak because we haven't seen any bombs yet, and it's been a little bit. Kind of like might be holding them round 1 for more removal, but after the Nature's Rebuke, so it's kind of not as concerned. Okay, there's a Sorceress. See, can we boost our Sorceress? In Tempering. You can also call the Forest. You can go for this guy. Let's kill his Sorceress. I like this approach. This up on points a bit. We could use our order here, but we kind of want to boost it first. And if he didn't kill it that turn, he probably can't kill it this turn. At least that's my thoughts. Another Sorceress. Basically we're going to be like him last round with the Rebuke. We only have the 1. We could Tempering and then kill it with something. Not really sure. Simloss into Orbs is an option for carryover, but I don't want to play my Simloss unless he plays his. I guess we can just Tempering her up, maybe protect her. Then we can use her Order, maybe for an Orb. Okay, there's very nice, there's an Orb. We could have held on to her Order for another turn, hoping to get the Orb on Elven Seer. But if we boost her up tall, he might have a tall removal and consider it worth removing her. Okay, there's Fob. Fob goes into Call to Force. This probably is his Simloss. No Elven Seer. What if he's playing one of the Alzur decks? Some of these decks are playing Alzur. You Onomancy into Alzur to activate all the orbs, and then you get 3/6 Provision guys right away. Let's throw our other Sorceress.
I don't have all day.
I'm guessing if there's no Madoka Bombs, it's probably that version. So there's the Elven Seer. He's gonna get a lot of value here. Hopefully he doesn't get another spell. Orb of Insight. He did create another Orb of Insight, sure. Okay, he's going to get these guys out. Yeah, if you Onomancies into the Alzur here, which I'm guessing is his plan, he'll get 3/6s immediately. So I guess we'll play our Elven Seer. I'm guessing he has no removal then. We'll Simloss into our own orbs next turn then. Yeah, there's the Onomancy into Alzur. Yeah, I kind of expected that. So Alzur comes down, and then the orbs will activate. This is kind of dependent on what he gets. He gets like a Fabian or an Imperial Golem, it's really bad. If Vader Maker's fair, it's 6. Okay, Barbagazi's fair, that's 6. This is nothing too crazy, we're going to be alright here. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Well, that one could be a problem. We're going to have to play our Simloss here. And we'll get our own orbs going. We have our Elven Seer. I'm guessing that we're going to need our Gourd here. He's probably going to keep pushing. And let's keep going with our orbs. Put them on him. This will activate all of them twice since we have 3 now. And this should help us out quite a bit. And then we can create a card here. Rebuke's nice. We can kill off this. I don't think he's going to have more specials in his hand. I wish he could have killed the lady in the front. There's no way he has more specials, right? Oh, he does. This is going to be his Simloss. Oh, okay. Yeah, we kind of should have killed her then. There's the Pact. 2 and 2. I don't think it matters. We're going to have to play both our cards either way. So we're going to need our Phoenixant here. Into Gourd. What's our Gourd at? He's pretty big. Should be alright.
That Procyon. Who would have thought?
And this goes into Gourd. I think this will be big enough. Yeah, we should be okay here. The problem is our round 3 we missed Gourd and he has it. So that'll make it pretty rough. We're gonna need our Ethne. We're gonna need an Ethne and a couple big cards here. Okay, Fob's nice. Tempering not nice. Dryad's Crest also not great. What's in our deck? Okay, we can do this with like Shaping Nature maybe. That's not it. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get. Let's see if we can't. Oh wait, we didn't draw Ethne. Never mind. We kind of needed Ethne to win this round. It's unfortunate. We had a really good chance of drawing her too. I guess we'll pull out our Dryad's Caress. Let's see, Shaping Nature, go for the +8, then we have Rebuke. Rebuke might be really good here if he has like something. Like this might be an Elven Seer. Yeah, it is. Okay, we'll kill that.
The elders must
With Rebuke, I'm not sure we can beat a Gourd though. This way, if he has a card that boosts, he can't actually use it. Like Tempering or something. I'm guessing he does, otherwise why do you play Elven Seer back? Like Tempering is Dryad's Caress, or Shaping Nature. I don't think he's running Shaping Nature though. Good, we forced the discard. Now, let's see if this is big enough. If he's holding Gourd, we win. I think. If he's holding Isengrim's Council into Gord, I think we lose. I think we lose if it's it is Council. It's gonna be close though. Be close. And he wins by 1. Alright, that's fair. GG. Okay, let's do one more game here. Hopefully we can end on a win. If not, that's alright too. Looks like we're facing, Blaze of Glory, another removal deck.
Damn it.
Rather unsurprising, everything's a removal deck nowadays. Can't wait for the next patch, hopefully some stuff gets changed and we'll have at least a few days of less of this hyper control for a little bit. That'd be nice. This deck will certainly do better when there's less control around. Although it's certainly still functional now. Like, we beat that line pockets earlier. I beat another line pockets player too. You can beat these Scoia tael decks also. We would have won that last game if we drew our Ethne. It's alright. It happens. Oh, the deck's pretty consistent. So here we'll open up here. Good solid start. We'll go into our Elven Seer if we have it, which we do. This is really the ideal start. You don't always get this though, that's for sure. Alright, there's a Broccolon Hunter. Let's see if we can create an orb.
The elders must put a stop to this rebellion, else they will face.
We're doing really well on the ratio of orb generation here. Yeah, we've made a lot of orbs. It's pretty good. Rebuke would have been pretty good too if we got that to remove this. Although I wouldn't have gotten our Elven Seer.
Very corpses. Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still live.
Guess we'll kill that. Don't really want him getting a couple points from it. The Broccolon Hunter represents an extra point after 4 turns, but I'd rather him not have it. We're at 1 on these. Okay, so we're probably going to use a charge. We could go for our orbs here with our Force Protector to kill that. Or we could go for our Dunka. I think I just want to win this round and go for a round 2 where we can force out the ice, perhaps. So let's do this. That should get him out of the round. And hopefully we can force out his ice in a long round 2. That would be ideal. Okay, good. There's the pass. That's basically what I wanted to happen. So we can go for a long round 2 here, or we can go for a round 3, potentially. Let's think. If we go for a long round 2, we can start with, how about this? We'll start with Dunka. If Dunka lives, we can keep playing. If she doesn't, we actually boost her with Phoenix if we wanted to. We want both our orbs in our deck for Simloss, so we'll keep this hand. I kind of like it. We have Council and Call of the Forest in our hands, so we have access to both Ethne and... we have Ethne in our hands, so we have access to both our Herald Gord and anything of our choice. We can go for Nixit into Dunka, or we can go Hamadryad. Let's go Hamadryad, actually. This sets up a bigger engine. And then Dunka's a little slower, and we have the turn for Nixit set up. If he answers this... okay, he didn't. We'll keep going, then. Let's do for Nixit and let's boost our Dunka. Now, she doesn't die to a stun... well, she does still die to a stunning blow with a charge from his guy. Because that's 5 plus 1 is 6, and then he does 6 from the extra armor. And then he can do a damage with the ship. He's going to play Vabjorn, sure. Oh, is this Blood Eagle? Yeah, it's Blood Eagle. Let's see if we want to keep going. Let's see what he plays. Great Sword, okay. He probably has Megascopes. We'll go Fauve. I think we want to pull out our Rebuke and kill this. Because I think he has a Megascope coming down next turn. There's not too many cards our removal is valuable against, but that is one of them. There's a Heimei Protector. Again, that's something our removal is good versus, but we're kind of out now. Let's play our Dunka. We'll get some hand carryover here. We can carry over our orbs with Sim Loss while also thinning our deck, so we'll play that before we pass here. Okay, so we get the Gutting Slash. That's fine. We can go for our Sorceress first. And then we can boost her with the orb, and then she can, let's boost her here too. We only have the one Hamadryad left, and let's see if we can't protect her a bit. I want her to not die. Okay, we actually got Yordle out of that. So I wanted her to still boost to 6 after he hit it with his Longship, so we can maybe make another orb. But it's not going to happen. We could counsel here for our Seer, which we will. We have access to Gord from Call the Forest still. And this way we can boost our Seer up to 6. Hopefully he doesn't die. I don't think he's holding a second 6 damage card in his hand. And he isn't. Perfect. So yeah, we can go for our Sim Loss here. Hopefully get his iced out. That's really our goal here, is to get iced out. But we can thin our deck by 2 with Sim Loss, and then we'll create an extra orb. We can put an orb on Hamadryad if we want, or a Leader Charge. Up to us for orb. One on Elven Seer. One on Hamadryad to get its Vitality going again. One here. And then we have 3 orbs set up to carry over for next round. That's pretty good. Hopefully he plays his iced now. It's really what I want. Hopefully we get rid of that. With the iced gone and leader ability gone, I think Gord carries our round 3 enough. Although Herald, the cripple's still pretty strong. Our Gord's getting big. That's for sure. Okay, there's the Aaron Kaduk. Bear Witcher coming down. Probably gonna lose Sim Loss. Might lose the Fob instead, actually, because then he gets a value off of the denying of the Vitality. I think here we haven't forced out Ice, but I think we pass. I think we pass anyway. Stay on even. Okay, another Bear Witcher. Probably what we expected here.
All that dancing around.
We were unable to get his iced out, which is kind of annoying, but we have Ethne and Gord still. That's probably enough to make us win. And we didn't want to go down a card, because I still think he would have been able to hold on to his iced. Oh, Whisperer is really good. He played what? He played both his... He played one Bear Witcher. Did he play the second Bear Witcher? I'm not sure he played the second Bear Witcher, though, so I think it'll die, but I think it's worth holding on to. Okay, there's a Marauder. We'll go for our Ethne here. And we have a couple natures. This should be pretty good for Symbiosis. We boost one up. There's a Brockvar Hunter, so we're going to lose one of them. Probably that one. We go for Whisperer here then. His Brockvar Hunter's on cooldown, so you might have to leader to kill this, and then that's a big... It denies us our Whisperer value, but it means you can't hit something tall with a leader charge from Iced. So we lose 9, we lose, what, 1, 2, 3, we lose 9 points from him hitting this. But alternative, we also lose like 9, we also like gain 9 points from him not. We'll gain much points from him not hitting something boosted by Shaping Nature. So Blood Eagle into Iced, I'm sure here. We're going to lose our person. This isn't too bad, all things considered. Would have been nice if she lived, but that's alright. I think we're okay still. He has Herald left. That'll get him quite a bit of points right there. And we have, remember, that she would have given us an extra 6 more points from our, what's it called? Orbs coming back. We'll play a nature here. I want to spawn an orb. We purify here. We're going to miss out on a bunch of vitalities. We're going to miss out on a bunch of vitalities. Yeah, she would have been really nice to keep around. Make that. Give it the orbs. We're going to miss out on these vitalities, but it's still carryover points. Heart of Terror could be a problem. He might be playing Heart of Terror. He might be playing... Well, Herald the Cripple is still a card he has. He definitely has that. And then, I'm trying to think what else he might have. Maybe Hemendal? I don't think that's very popular, though. It was popular, more popular when the expansion just came out. People were playing a lot more Swarmy stuff. German Berserker. So is he holding on to Herald the Cripple for his finisher? Or Yalmar? That's what he hasn't played yet. He has Yalmar. We'll just boost then. He's gonna get good value on whichever one he hits. We'll just boost Ethne because she's the one who has an extra, gives us an extra point off of the Symbiosis. This is Yalmar, but it's not gonna be enough to stop our Herald Gord. Yeah, that's what it is. I say sometimes they play Heart of Terror, but they all play Yalmar. Okay, so we'll go into our Gord, and that'll be enough here to seal the game. And that'll be GG. So what do I think about the deck here? What would I change? So the big thing I think about the deck is it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Had a decent win rate, and did better than I expected even with so much control. Although it is rather annoying in round 1 if they just keep answering everything. And you can end up in situations where Herald Gord is actually pretty small. There was one game I cut out in particular because the video was getting too long, but we had a draw once where our Herald Gord only played for 9 just because everything got answered. So it was between, we could either play Ethne or our Gord with our Isengrim's Council, and Ethne was actually worth more points than Gord because everything died. And then Gord was just 3 plus 6, so we had to go with Ethne, and then that was round 2, and then round 3 our Gord played for like 10. So it wasn't great. If you have nothing out there, like if they kill all your units, you can't actually target stuff with Caress or Tempering. And so when I kill everything, I mean literally everything. So Syndicate can do that sometimes. And the Madoc decks can sometimes kill all of your units, and you don't have stuff to target with. If you don't have stuff to target, you can't play Insight, Caress, or Tempering. So then you kind of have to rely on Nature's Rebuke, creating you a Treant to target, and that's annoying. Other than that, though, the deck was pretty good. The one thing is we were testing out our Phoenixant, and he was okay. If the card's okay after getting his Devotion payoff, I'm not a big fan. Just saying. But being able to boost Hamadryad's okay. The thing is, Hamadryad already gets tall, so boosting is not that great. The other one you can boost is your Fauve, because that'll keep the points in Dunka. Dunka's the best target to boost, because you want to protect her, but Ethne will transform the boost away, which leaves just Fauve, really. Hamadryad you don't really want to, because she's going to get so tall anyway. So there's not really good targets for him to boost. So I think he's probably not worth it. I think what you do is you cut for Nixit, and then you make a point somewhere down here in the bronzes. For example, say we cut a Whisperer because she always dies at 3 and there's too much Syndicate running around. And we go to 9, we add in Defender because he helps with the answering the removal that protects our guys a little bit. We go back to the 4s and we add in another card. This can be anything really. But the card I think I would like to add the most is 1 Oak Critters. Because we're playing Devotion, and Oak Critters is pretty decent if you're playing Devotion. It's not fantastic, but it's alright. So I think this might be a little bit better. But yeah, this might be a little better. I think we'd change the Figus and the Phoenixant out. Cut the Whisper, although I like having her for the option for the Oak Critters. You could also cut Dunka. Dunka's nice for the hand boost, but with so much removal, she always dies. Just like always dies. So you can cut Dunka if you want here, and then you can put back in the Whisperer perhaps. So, because she's really actually not too bad if she goes off, we can put her back in, and then cut a Tempering, because I don't really like Tempering. Then you've got 6 provisions left. You could put in something there. So if you go to 6s, there's options here you could run, like you could run a lock. I like having a lock, so I think I would do that. I think this is what we'll do. We'll add in... The thing is, we don't want to add too many of these, because it messes with the Isengrim's Council. I believe it shows a 6 provision special, but you get what I'm saying, right? You can change stuff around here. You could even go like this, take out both Temperings for another Whisperer. Like this, then go to 5 and put in a Circle of Life. That's not bad either. Could do this. So here you go. You can have this version. You have more engines and Whisperer. You have one-ofs down here. Tempering and Caress. You could run... I think I'd run 2 Caress here instead of this. Instead of the one of each, but you get the idea. You can do this. You can cut the Oak Critters out for a Tempering. There's a lot of choices for what you can do here. If you don't want to run Dunka or Phoenixit, you can do this version. You have more engines here, and the Sorceress, Seer, and now 2 Whisperers. It's hard to answer them all. Dunka's really nice to boost something in your hand, but she always dies. And then we have the Phoenixit boost as not being super efficient. So I kind of like this here. I think I'll run with this for a little bit. But as you can see, there's different things you can swap around. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the deck, and we'll see you next time.